Hello everyone, and welcome back to A Killer Kill Count. Today I will be looking at Totally Killer, released in 2023. This movie is about this bitch named Jamie. After her mum dies, she goes back in time to save her. I know some weird ass shit, right? To be honest, this movie is kinda ass. I don't fuck with it, but anyways, and tries to save everyone who was murdered. The only thing I like about this piece of shit is the killer himself. Like seriously, this movie is that ass. But on some real shit, let's get to those kills. The movie begins Halloween night, and it cuts to bunch of dead kids that were killed by the Sweet 16 killer, but I will count them later. Talking to this guy named Chris, a podcast fucker. Then it cuts to the main bitch. Her dad Blake asks her some shit. He was last seen on the kill count in Scary Movie. Fucker thinks he's jacked. Later that night, she goes to get her friend, and her widow ass mum just stares. Now back to Pam. She sees this widow ass at the door. Thinking it's a normal kid, she opens it. He just stands there, until fucker tries to come in, but he just breaks in that hoe. Then she walks into gym class, and sees the bitches who died. Then they start playing some dramatic ass dodgeball. Then Jamie sees her bitch ass mum, and she scopes her ass out. Then she tries to talk to her ass, but Pam says back the fuck off. Then Jamie's dumbass goes to report a crime that hasn't even happened yet. Goes back in the school, and goes to talk to her friend's mum Lauren, to ask if she could make a time machine. Like that's a normal thing. They walk their happy asses to the fair, and she starts looking at it, and she says it's gonna take a fat minute. Back to 2023. Blake is all looking for Jamie. Fucker causes a scene. Back to the cringy people. Then Jamie finally busts in that bitch, and fucker's gone. The cops go to ask them shit. Jamie goes to walk Pam back home, and Pam finally starts to believe her ass looks legit. They sit and chill at Pam's house, and she just straight up yells at her mommy, and she does some weird shit. Back to present day. Then they all go back inside, but lock Jamie's ass out, and Pam tries to get freaky with Blake, but cuts her hand open. While they're about to get it on, she realizes the killer is on the loose. Then Jamie sees the killer coming at Heather. Then Pam lets Jamie in, and Heather runs away from the killer, but he throws her ass. Then he starts stabbing her ass up, and the cops go to talk to them again, and she gives them the killer's DNA, but apparently they don't know what that is. Like what the fuck bro? Then Blake says it was Pry that bitch. She just fucking leaves. Then Lauren shows her the progress. Then Jamie goes to talk to their asses again, and they said they're gonna need more power. They go in this ride to do it. Then goes to set up a plan with the bitches. Marissa goes to be the bait, and it gets dark. The killer's following her ass, and Chris goes to use the bathroom, and Marissa goes in this place. Fucker gets spooked. Jamie's waiting for his ass. Then the killer walks up in that bitch. Oh shit. He slashes at something causing her to drop something. He finds her ass, and he chases after their asses. He beats the fuck out of them for a bit, but holy shit fucker gets stabbed. And yeah, that's the time travel killer. They run out of there, where he just completely kills this guy for no reason. They hop in that ride, and Lauren gets it ready. Then the killer comes in, but she jumps out. Then Pam straight up grabs his ass, but gets folded. The ride starts to get faster, and they go at his ass. Then all go flying, but this motherfucker just stands the fuck up, and starts coming at their asses. But Jamie gets closer to the machine, and gets Pam's ass out of there. Then this killer is finally revealed. It's Christopher's nerdy ass. He says some cringy shit. Some dramatic ass scene. Then
the next kill count.
Boss 'em up, turn your click up, dog. Turn 'em up, turn your bitch up, dog.